You know what's worse than hearing gunshots? Hearing nothing at all. That's how it started in my neighborhood. Silence. No barking dogs, no passing cars, not even a busted radio from old Mrs. Kane next door. Just the hum of your own nerves and the sound of your mom asking, "Do you think it's safe to turn the TV on?" Like there was some answer I could give that would actually make sense. I'm Josh, junior in college, home for the semester because campus shut down until further notice. My room still has the same ugly wallpaper, same basketball trophies, same half-finished comic book drawings taped to the wall. Except now, when I look outside, there's a Humvee blocking the end of the street and soldiers standing on our lawns like they're waiting for someone to mess up. My dad stands at the window with the lights off, chewing the inside of his cheek, watching. We don't talk about it, but I know he's scared. If Dad's scared, we all should be. Before the outbreak, the curfew start, it was just supposed to be precautionary. That's what the news said right before they went off the air. The government sends texts, remain indoors, curfew 8 p.m., stay calm. My phone buzzes and buzzes, until one day, it doesn't. Service goes dark. Nextdoor app fills with rumors, people disappearing, blockades at the city exits. Even helicopters landing at the elementary school. We're not allowed to leave, and nobody says why. But safety doesn't bleed. I keep thinking about that. About the soldiers with fresh bloodstains on their boots. No one talks about it. I'm stuck inside with my mom, dad, and little sister Ellie. Ellie's 10, obsessed with TikTok, and somehow manages to make me laugh even when I'm about to lose my mind. I keep pretending I'm not scared, mostly for her. That's what big brothers do, right? Except I'm starting to think none of us know how to handle this. But it gets worse. Phones go dead. Not just texts. Everything. No Wi-Fi, no calls, not even static. My best friend Ben tries to reach me by walkie-talkie, but his voice keeps cutting out. Dude, they're shutting down. Can you? Then, nothing. Drones start buzzing over the rooftops, shining white lights into windows. My neighbor Mrs. Garcia yells at one and gets hauled off by soldiers in gas masks. After that, nobody yells. We whisper. Sometimes we just mouth words and hope the cameras miss it. My dad covers the windows with duct tape and cardboard. My mom prays in the kitchen, loud enough for God, quiet enough for the soldiers. People vanish. You see someone at their window. Then the next day, curtains closed, no lights, nobody there. The mailbox fills up. My sister asks where our neighbor went, and I tell her maybe she left to see family. I lie and hope she believes it. One night, I see a guy from down the street walking right in the middle of the road. No mask, no jacket, just pajamas. He's waving his arms, screaming, but the words make no sense. He keeps yelling, "It's not real, it's not real," over and over. A Humvee screeches up. Soldiers jump out. They tackle him. He screams louder and then they drag him away, kicking. No one helps. I close the blinds and pretend I didn't see any of it. After that, our family makes our own rules. My dad says we can't trust anything coming from the TV, not even the emergency broadcast. We start blacking out the windows, breaking the little cameras in our smoke detectors, destroying anything that could listen. We stop answering the door. Ben sneaks over one night, covered in mud and sweat, and tells me about the people who are disappearing. He's got this wild look, like he hasn't slept in days. He says, "They're not just arresting people, Josh. Some come back, but they're not the same." He teaches me how to fight. Baseball bat, kitchen knife, how to move without making noise. We practice in the dark while my mom pretends not to see. Days bleed together. My sister draws smiley faces on the window blackout, says it makes her feel less scared. I keep watch with my dad, both of us pretending it's normal to sleep in shifts. One night, I see a group of soldiers dragging someone out of a house across the street. Their eyes are wide, glassy, and their mouth moves, but no sound comes out. It's like they're screaming on mute. I press my hand against the wall, feeling the vibration. Something big is happening outside, and all we can do is hide, hope, and wait for a knock that never comes. Or pray it does, and that it's just a neighbor, not something worse. But the knock does come. Not in the way I expected. The first time it's just a soft tapping, so quiet I think maybe I imagined it. My dad freezes, hand halfway to his mug of black coffee. My mom whispers, "Don't answer, no matter what." My little sister squeezes my arm, eyes huge and scared. But we don't answer. Not the first night, not the second. Then, on the third night, it's not a knock, it's banging. And this time, I hear someone scream down the street. Real, honest, world-ending screaming, the kind you don't forget. It cuts off way too fast, like someone hit mute. I press my face to the window, just a sliver open in the blackout. I see shadows, not soldiers, not neighbors, moving weird, all stiff, like their bones don't fit right. The banging moves house to house. Some people open their doors. Others don't. Some just disappear. Every night after that, something comes. You can hear it. Sometimes it sounds like scratching, sometimes footsteps, sometimes nothing at all, just the feeling that someone's right outside. The emergency alerts are gone now. We're totally cut off. The world has gotten so small. Just me, my family, Ben, and the four walls we hope will keep us alive. Sometimes I wonder if this is hell, if maybe we're already dead and just don't know it yet. We try to escape once. It's Ben's idea. He shows up in the middle of the night, whispering through the crack in the back door. "There's a way out," he says, eyes wild. "The sewers. If we can get there, we can get past the blockades." I know my parents won't go, but I can't leave Ben. He's been my best friend since kindergarten, the guy who punched a bully for me in 3rd grade, the only person who gets my dumb jokes. We sneak out together, crawling under hedges and over fences, all of us shaking, praying not to be seen. The air outside feels heavy, sharp, wrong, like the whole world is holding its breath. We make it to a storm drain at the end of the street. I help Ellie down first, then Ben. I go last. It's pitch black in the tunnels, the kind of dark that makes your ears ring. Water drips somewhere ahead. Something else moves behind us. We all hear it, but nobody says a word. Ellie grabs my hand and doesn't let go, not once. We move fast, following the half-remembered directions Ben scrawled on the back of a cereal box. At every turn I expect to see something, but it's just rats and shadows. Still, it feels like we're being watched. The tunnel splits. We take the left path, and after a while I can see a faint light. That's when things go wrong. The tunnel ahead is blocked. I see a shape in the shadows. Someone or something hunched over, making a wet, sucking sound. Ben whispers, "Don't move." But it's too late. The thing lifts its head. It looks almost human, but its eyes are wrong. Too bright, too wide, too hungry. It scurries away on all fours, leaving something behind that looks like a shoe. Ellie covers her mouth so she doesn't scream. I want to run, but I can't leave Ben or my sister. We double back, nearly blind in the dark. Whatever's in these tunnels isn't alone. I hear more sounds, scratching, whispers that don't sound like voices at all. We finally reach another exit, a rusty old ladder that leads up to a metal grate. Ben pushes, but it won't budge. I start to panic. Then the noises get closer. I shove Ellie up first, praying she'll fit. Ben gives me a boost, and together we force the grate open. We scramble out into an alley behind an old subway station. It smells like piss and burning plastic. But I've never been so happy to see open air. We slam the grate shut behind us, listening to the things below as they claw at the metal. For now we're safe, but I can't stop shaking. Something's wrong with Ben. He keeps asking me the same question over and over, like he's stuck on a loop. "Did you hear that? Did you see that?" He stares at me like I'm a stranger. Ellie's sobbing quietly, and I hug her, whispering it's okay, even though I don't believe it. We find a place to hide, an abandoned bodega with the windows smashed out. I try to rest, but my mind won't let me. When I finally doze off, I dream about Ellie's funeral. In my dream, she's smiling, talking to me like nothing happened. But when I wake up, she's right there, holding my hand. It feels wrong, like my memory is breaking apart or reality is splitting down the middle. I start to wonder if I'm losing my mind. Then acts weirder the next morning. He forgets my name but grins at me, this huge, too wide smile that doesn't reach his eyes. He keeps humming the same little song over and over. Ellie asks if we can go home, but I know we can't. Not now. Something is happening to us, and I don't think it's just outside anymore. I look at Ben and wonder, is it possible for someone to get infected without ever being bitten? What if it's not the body that gets sick, but the mind? I hold Ellie close, trying not to think about the answer. Because if Ben isn't Ben anymore, then maybe I'm not Josh. Maybe none of us are who we used to be. I used to think there would be someone in charge, that at the end of the world somebody official would step up, make a plan, keep us safe. Turns out there's no one left to trust. Not the soldiers, not the neighbors, not even yourself. You can feel it everywhere. The city is coming apart. Windows smashed, cars burned out, store shelves empty. The only thing left is fear. The first time I see the survivors fight back, it's on our block. Someone sets fire to the checkpoint at the end of the street. Flames leaping into the sky. People pour out of their houses, masked and armed with whatever they can find. A kid from across the street throws a Molotov cocktail at a drone. For a minute, it feels like maybe we could win, that maybe the city belongs to us again. But then the screaming starts. The soldiers fire into the crowd, but so do other people. Some who used to be friends, now blank-eyed, moving wrong. Someone grabs me, yells at me to run, and I realize I've lost Ben and Ellie. I shove through the chaos, dodging fists, ducking behind burning cars. I finally spot Ellie crouched behind a mailbox, sobbing. I grab her, haul her to her feet. We run. We end up with a group of survivors hiding in the shell of an old diner. There's maybe a dozen of us. Old, young, nobody important, just people who didn't want to die alone. We listen to the city burn, the radio crackling with static and half-finished emergency broadcasts. One of the guys, a teacher named Mr. Reyes, figures out how to hijack the signal, sends out a message. You're not alone. There's still hope. Fight back. I don't know if anyone hears it, but it feels like something changes. People start showing up. Families, loners, a couple of nurses dragging supplies. For a second, I almost believe we can make it. That hope doesn't last. The things at the door, the ones that come at night, are everywhere now. We board up the windows, lay traps, sleep with knives under our pillows. One night they break in. It happens so fast. Someone screams, the door explodes inward, and they're inside. Ben is there, his smile too wide, his voice all wrong. He grabs a little girl, pulls her toward the door. Her mom fights him. But Ben just keeps smiling. I'm the one who stops him. I hit him with a fire extinguisher, and he goes down. For a second, I think I killed him. Then I realize he's still smiling, even with his skull cracked open. We lose people that night. Good people. Ellie cries herself to sleep, clutching a teddy bear she found in the diner. I sit by the window, listening for the next attack, wishing I was anywhere else. The next day, Mr. Reyes says we need to get the message out, for real this time. We rig up a radio transmitter, use the roof as an antenna. It works. We send the signal, our story, our truth, all of it. For a few minutes, we hear voices from other parts of the city. Then gunfire. Then static. I don't know who's left, or if it matters. By the time dawn comes, the city is gone. Fires everywhere, smoke rising in the early light. The survivors look different now, tougher, harder, eyes like cracked glass. We gather on the roof, what's left of us. Mr. Reyes hands me the radio. "It's your turn," he says. I stare out at the city, burning and broken, and for the first time I realize it's mine to lead. Whatever comes next, I'll face it because there's nobody else left. And I'm done being scared.